Hi, friends and supporters of Prairie Soap House and Apothecary. This is Erin Oberlander, certified holistic aromatherapist, herbalist, and holistic health expert. Today I wanted to do a video for you on healthy holiday hacks. So we are moving into what I think is the season or the holiday of greatest temptation to overindulge, to eat things that aren't the most beneficial, to drink things that aren't the most beneficial. And that is the Christmas season. I love Christmas, and our family always does some really cool, special seasonal food, as I'm sure yours does too, and it's something that I look forward to all year. So how can we enjoy the season without going completely overboard? And then how can we leverage certain things about the season to our benefit? Well, first of all, I think that we have to realize that what's going to work for us in one season is not going to work for us in all the seasons. So in the summertime, when we're more active, we're outside more, we might be able to get away with, eating a little bit more, enjoying a little bit more of indulgences here and there because we are just naturally more active because we can be. But what happens when we go now into the coldest season of the year and our winter solstice is this Saturday. What happens is that we are at the shortest amount of daylight per day, the coldest temperatures of the year, and our bodies are naturally wanting to be inside where it's cozy, where you can wear cozy sweaters and be warm around the fire with family. And this is actually a wonderful thing to do. But then you need to also keep in mind that your activity level is going to be less. So what you need to do then is find ways to be more active or to swap out some of the things that you normally have so that you can reduce your overall intake of calorie. Now, when it comes to the holiday season, it's really challenging to do that because we are stressed, there's constant temptation around us, and we haven't always been very intentional with the choices that we're going to be making. So because of the hustle and the bustle, we may just be mindlessly consuming, mindlessly eating, mindlessly drinking. So the first tip I want to give you is, as we're going into this holiday, I want you to think about the things that are the things that you enjoy the most. That actually might not even be the food. It might not even be the drinks. It might be the time with family. It might be the time with friends. It might be the music. It might be the smells, the sights, the experiences that you're having. Connect with those things first. Let the food and the drink come secondary to that. And if you even go into a gathering with that intention that I'm really going to be present with connecting with people, you might find that there's a lot less mindlessness when it comes to what you're consuming, right? Secondly, I want you to be intentional about what you are going to enjoy. So I don't like to label foods as good or bad, but I do think it's very fair to say that there are certain foods that are going to be more beneficial for our body long term, more beneficial for our mindset, for our immunity long term, and those that are not. And as we are in the challenging season of the year, the coldest, the darkest season of the year, we're not making vitamin D, we're not getting fresh air, our immunity is really challenged this time of year. So to overload the system with a bunch of sugar and alcohol and extra stress and caffeine every single day is just adding insult to injury. So here's what I do. I plan in advance the things that I'm going to enjoy and when and how I'm going to enjoy them. So for instance, today, I am having an eggnog latte. It is my absolute favorite thing of this season. Eggnog is like, oh my gosh, it's like my favorite thing in the world. I used to have that every single day, starting sometime in November and ending sometime in January, and then I would wonder why I would gain 20 pounds, right? Now I plan out when I'm going to have that. So I allow myself a certain number of eggnog lattes throughout the season, and then my mom makes homemade eggnog, and so I do plan to enjoy that. What I do then not plan to enjoy or to eat mindlessly is just whatever goodie or cookie tray is in front of me, right? Because I have no emotional connection to that. It's just sitting there. I'm just mindlessly consuming it. And I know it has no benefit for me. So I'm not getting anything out of it in terms of my sense of gratitude, my sense of experience with those things. And at the same time, I know I'm not doing my body good. Now, when I do believe that you can consume a little treat with gratitude and mindfully enjoy it, and that it can actually be a benefit to you because you are consuming it with gratitude and you are consuming it intentionally, and you're not going to do it all the time. It's a special thing, right? So this is an idea that I want you to bring into the next few weeks is, what are the things you most love? Plan to enjoy those and plan to enjoy them mindfully and with gratitude. The other things, just kind of let them fade into the background and let connecting with people and with the meaning of the season be the thing that's the most important to you. Second, easy hack. Fill half your plate with vegetables, no matter what your situation is. So if you're, out on a company party, there's usually a veggie tray. When you're having appetizers, there's usually vegetable-based options. When you're having your meals at home, when you're having your holiday meals, if your family that you're going to visit, your friends that you're going to visit are not vegetable eaters, are not salad eaters, bring it. Because you might be surprised over a few years that they will start to enjoy that. But then you know for sure that you are going to have something as a healthy option for yourself to consume, and you fill half of your plate with that, the rest of the plate with whatever you're going to eat. So this is not a time to super overanalyze, and not a great time to say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, because you're probably setting yourself up for a little bit of failure there. There might be some self-sabotage behind that. But when you're saying, you know what, I know that the other things that I may eat today may not be the best for me, I'm going to make sure that at least half of what I consume is things that I know are truly nourishing and benefiting my body. Third tip, and this is such a simple thing, but it's so easy not to do because it is so simple, and that is to hydrate. So I'm going to recommend to you guys, if you don't have one, to download a hydration app to your phone. If you have an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, I know that you can get little widgets for those that do that, but you can also just download it on your smartphone or whatever your device is, and let that thing notify you throughout the day to drink water. Why is this important? Well, it's colder, so we're not getting thirsty naturally the way that we normally do. But we still need to hydrate just as much, if not more, because we're consuming more sugar and because we're indoors where there's forced air heating, and everything about our bodies can feel dry this time of year. When we get dried out, what this does is it opens up our body to more infection and illness. So we want to make sure that we are fueling our body with some good fuel, and we want to make sure that we're hydrating our body at the appropriate level. So get hydration app, and you may be surprised how when you actually stay hydrated, you're having less hunger, you're having less cravings, you're noticing more energy. So those are some easy holiday hacks for you. And then the final piece that I want to give you is that every season has its gifts. So we are now moving into true winter. We talk about winter as soon as it snows, but really it's not winter until we reach the winter solstice, which is the day that's the shortest daylight of the year. After that, the daylight starts to increase. Yay! Even if it takes months to feel like it does, we still know we're making progress toward that end. So in winter season, we have different challenges in our bodies and different things we can leverage in our bodies and in our lifestyles than we do in the summer or any other season. And one of the things that you really can leverage during winter is going more internal, taking more time at home, taking more time for quietness, for rest, for restoration, for dreaming, for learning. So this is not a season to necessarily put a lot of things into action. It is a season where you get to ruminate and think about what plans you want to put in place for the next year. And isn't it interesting that our solstice is right around when we celebrate our new year, and that we are oftentimes thinking about new changes and new choices moving into that. So my suggestion is to amplify your experience with the solstice by being mindful also of what you want your life to look like, not just the things that you think you should do, but what does your life look like if everything is ideal? And really start dreaming and use this season to dream. And if this is something that is a new idea for you, you don't know how to do that, I want to invite you to get enrolled in our winter season of the Intuitive and Seasonal Living Academy, where myself and my collaborator, Corey and Faith, who is an amazing life coach, we are going to bring you through the Ayurvedic, traditional Chinese medicine, and aromatic pieces to amplify your health during the season. But then we're also going to take you through a personal development journey that helps you to understand more of what you can get out of the season in terms of plugging into your core essence and your purpose, and how we can figure out how then to begin living that out. So go over to intuitiveseason.com and get yourself enrolled in winter session, and I can't wait to see you there. Enjoy the holidays.